Oh, you're already there. Hello and welcome to the Sunbirdcrochet Podcast. My name is Claudia and I'm coming to you from sunny Germany. Today I have for you 2 works in progress, 1 crochet, 1 knitting, and otherwise there's someone at the door. Law of life. As soon as I sit down, the door rings. The doorbell rings. Okay, so I've got 2 works in progress for you, 1 knitting, 1 crochet. And that's about it. That's also why I haven't come on here, because I always feel like, not ashamed, but I want to show you something. And the truth is, I've been rather sidetracked these days by my new dollhouse project. And with new, I mean bigger, bolder house. You saw my thrift shop bargain? Yeah, that's history. I've got a big one. I've got a big one up my sleeve. And I am going to talk about this after the yarny content. So if you are not interested in that at all, then I don't mind if you switch off and wait for the next installment of my yarny podcast. But I thought, okay, I will join that together, but keep it separate in different, well, first the yarn, then all the other things, because I'm not a one-trick pony. So let's start with the yarn, right? Crochet first. My current whip, which received some love, is still my Wyandotte sweater, which is a crochet colorwork sweater based on the Jupiter crop knitting pattern by Boyle & Knitworks. I wasn't happy with either the neckline nor the arms or the hem, which I had knitted, but I were using too thick of a yarn. So it flared and it looked bulky, and I'm not going for cropped sweaters at my age anymore. So one purpose is to add length to the sweater, and the other is to make it neater. And I've added the 2 sleeves. It's possible that I talked about this earlier in my last episode. So this is moss stitch here. No, it's not. Brilliant start, Claudia. This is, in fact, extended single crochet here. And a single crochet backwards. So it's a crab stitch border, which I think always looks really neat and nice. Can we focus on this camera? Have you? Kind of. Anyway, so I've done that for both sleeves, and it will work out that it's just above my elbow, you know, for the summer. If I have enough yarn left, I might extend the sleeves even further, which is easy in crochet. I just rip back a little bit and then I add some more length to the sleeves. We will see. Also, I rip back the ribbing which I had up here in knitting, and for one thing, the yarn I had used was far too green, so I like a bright green, and I rather like a little bit of a darker green, like this one here. So I've just added another extended single crochet row and then a crep stitch border. I still have to weave in ends here, so sorry about that. And then I've added to my colorwork crochet, and this colorwork was the center single crochet stitch, which is a single crochet which you work into the V center of the, oh, sorry for that. In some countries that means up your bottom. That's not what I meant. The V of a single crochet, you work into the center of a V. And that gives you like a knit stitch look, like a, yeah. And then I've used a slightly bigger hook, and I'm holding 2 strands of fingering weight yarn together, and I've made the join with 1 center single crochet, chain 1, and skip 1 stitch. So I hope you can see that here. That really worked out great, because as you can see, there is literally no difference to be seen in the surface or the width of the whole garment. This worked out really beautiful for me. And now I'm just moving on with the moss stitch. That's where the moss stitch comes into play. And I'm still working away. This color here, I'm using yarn from Wollwichtel. The colorway is called Dunkel Türkis. There. They are on Etsy. And they are German based. Germany. And they are really cost effective. I think this is something like €8 something per 100 gram. And it's 75% pure wool and 25% polyamide. So this is really, really great. Their Instagram account is like this, down there, you can read it. Die Wollwichtel Crochet. So how can I not emphasize go and buy with them? The only thing I would say is that when you buy on Etsy, they always give you a delivery time. And I've bought from them twice, and both times it was like a week late. But they always, if you write to them, they always say, okay, I've sent it off, or I will send it off the next day, or something like that. So that's not really a bother, just relax and keep it relaxed. Really brilliant wool. And what else can I talk about? The Jupiter crop by Boyland Knitworks. Knitwork? She's a brilliant designer, obviously. She has so many beautiful knitting patterns, and as a crocheter you always think, oh, I would like to be able to do this in crochet. And for the longest time I was looking for a technique which would allow me to do that. And then I came across Nomad Stitches. That's Sandra Gutierrez, and she has rose to fame on her own account. So much hard work, such a talent. And she's running classes on colorwork and on mosaic crochet. And she's originally from Mexico, I believe. And she's now living, has she moved already to Spain with her British husband? She has 2 daughters. She's a darling. I'm sure you know her. And she has written a book, and she has lots of colorwork techniques in there, as well as mosaic crochet techniques. So if you're looking for a tutor in that, go and have a look at her website, at her YouTube channel, and yeah, at her book. And the first colorwork sweater which I've made using her pattern was the Taroko sweater, and I've made 2 of these. And then there was no stopping for me. I just took whatever knitting pattern I fancied, bought the knitting pattern, and then I made it in crochet using the chart. And the best way to do this is to take a chart which has little, areas where you can actually increase the stitch number. Like here, once you've gone past here, you could use this here to add more stitches. And then you move down here and you could add more stitches in between. Things like that. So you have to take into account that your crochet will grow faster than your knitting. So you have to add more stitches more quickly to your colorwork sweater. And just by trial and error and ripping back, crochet allows that so easily. You just take care that it doesn't start to buckle, and you can try it on easily in between, so you check for the fit. And this is obviously only possible if this is a garment for yourself. Otherwise, you have to call for whomever this is meant to be, and just come over, put it on, check the fit until they start hating you. Anyway, so this is I call it Wyandotte sweater, because Wyandotte is a chicken type, and the Jupiter crop was the inspiration for that pattern came from her chicken, who happened to be Wyandotte chicken. If you have never seen a Wyandotte chicken, go and have a look. They're so beautiful. If I would ever get myself some chicken in the garden, I would go for a Wyandotte because they're so beautiful. So yeah, these are really feathers all the way down, the plumage sweater. But now for the length, I just keep it simple and I just edit. And I think it works fine, especially since it's dark. It won't put on visual bulk to my body, if you know what I mean. So yeah, very happy with how this is going. But it's slow progress because I'm always getting distracted. Oh, by the way, I'm using a 3.5 millimeter hook for the moss stitch area, and the earlier one here was with a 3 millimeter hook size. So that's that. Now the knitting project. I've shown you last time that I was very, very happy with my hot pink ranunculus, and this is also part of ranunculus knit along run by Mariette and Leani. #RCal23. Yes, I've memorized it. So now I'm working on my second ranunculus using this yarn. It's like a camel beige, I would say. This is cheap yarn from Seemann. It's the Julia brand, and it's 100 grams equals 170 meters. The content is, what is it? Probably 100% acrylic. I told you last time what it is. It's color number 75. I need glasses. Oh, yes, there. 80% acrylic, 20% wool. And you can wash this at 30 degrees Celsius. It calls for a 6 to 7 millimeter crochet hook size or a 7 to 8 knitting needle size. I'm using a 6 millimeter knitting needle, so I'm actually using too small a needle. I don't care. I know that this will give me the exact fit I need, and I've went for the tubular cast on method again. I saw that many of you are wondering why it looks so small, like you almost can't get it over your hand even. That's because you started with a crochet line. You crochet over your knitting needle, and that's the beginning of your round. And then you make a knit one yarn over for each stitch, and that gives you double the amount of stitches you work into. And once you made the ribbing here, you can remove your first crochet line, and then you are able to stretch it. It will easily go over my head, and as you can see, I've come this far. It's really beautiful. I think this yarn actually shows the pattern even better than my pink one did. Yeah, and I'm just knitting on. There might be, I was like two stitches short at one stage, but I just snuck them in at the back and no one will ever know. So yeah, this is my second knitted garment in my life. And if all the knitting patterns would be like the ranunculus, I would be a very happy knitter indeed. Yeah, what else can I talk about with this? Not much really. I will show you more once I will have more progress on it. It's really stretchy. I love the drape. I'm going for a look which isn't too holy. I would like to be able to wear only my bra underneath, so I don't like it when you can see through and you see my bum. Not even my bum, you see my belly. Like, I rather like to wrap myself in a big bag of texture. Anyhow, so this is my ranunculus number 2. Whoop whoop. Works out really well. Now, let's have a little chat about everything which was on my radar, yarn related, before we move on to my dollhouse project, right? So what's off my head? We have the dodgy bag Mel coming up. I think it's already running, or it will start shortly. This is a make-along run by Claudia, who's Crochet Luna, and Ali, Starry Eyes Ali. And yeah, every year they are hosting this make-along, in which this is a sewing make-along. You are making your own crochet. No, this is not a bag only for crochet. They encourage you to sew your own project bag for whatever project you want it to be. For me, it's mainly crochet, as you know, but this is a project bag for any purpose. You can put your rolls in it for breakfast. I don't care, but there are so many gorgeous creations if you're following this hashtag which they create, and this is really beautiful. And this year they even have a Zoom meeting. It's on the 28th of May, which is already next Sunday. And I remember that it was 8 p.m. British summer time, which would be 9 p.m. German time. I hope to be able to join you. I hope I'm allowed to join, because I'm certainly not going to be able to sew my own bag right away. But that's because I'm going away for a couple of days. So we will talk about this at the end as well. And yeah, I'm sure I will give you lots of inspirations and support. I know that Ali has certainly posted on her YouTube channel lots of project bag tutorials, and it's not like those aren't tutorials for your expert sewing people. These are tutorials these are aimed at those who have any level of sewing experience. So maybe even beginners. So yeah, if you would like to make your own project bag, then please make sure to check out both their sites on Instagram and on YouTube, and you will pick up lots of knowledge about project bag making. That's for sure. And you can join on the Zoom meeting, because I think it works out well for those living in America and in Europe. Probably not so good for those in Australia. It might be the middle of the night for you. But yeah, check it out. What else is on my radar? Have you watched the latest episode of Keep Calm and Carry Yarn podcast? That's Alison and her mom. And I was so thrilled. Alison actually mentioned that she needs a palette cleanser, and she thought about crocheting something simple out of a Murad magazine, and she mentioned that she might do my Claggan cowl. So I hope she will enjoy it and that she will finish it, and that she would, I'm thrilled that she thought about picking the Claggan cowl pattern. So yeah, we will see how that works out. And I am thrilled about the Murad magazine. You know that I've made, from the latest issue, I've crocheted the one shawl, and there are so many garments in there. Once I actually get my other garments finished, I will surely make the lakritzi top. Really, really keen to make that one. Probably not in different colors, but more like a one color version of it. Probably, we will see. Then again, I still have so many crochet patterns which I've bought and put in my queue, so there's so many to choose from, right? Then on a little note about the hashtag But Make It Crochet Cal, that's still running. That's my own crochet along, and this is run via an Instagram group. Send me a message on Instagram with your Instagram handle, and then I can add you. At the moment, it's a little bit quiet in there, but I think that since it's running until the end of the year, you all have other projects to be creative with, and I don't mind. This is just a casual thing, and I will draw a prize every 3 months or so. So in April we had Caroline, who's from Mind and Muse podcast, and the prizes arrived with her daughter Clarissabeth, and she's going to pick that up in June at her place. And yeah, that's fine. I'm happy. I hope you will be happy with your prize. And yeah, so the next prize would be in, I think I'm 1 month out of, I think it should be in June we pick the next one. So if you have your projects lying somewhere around, then please go and post an update in the group, and I will pick a winner from the group. You don't have to finish it to win a prize. Just like participation, having fun, commenting, even like ideas, I don't mind. Just have fun. And the But Make It Crochet Cal is all about taking an inspiration from art and turning it into a crochet project. Easy as that. So that's that. And what else can I talk about? Oh yes, you know that I'm a big fan of Faye, who used to run the Crochet Circle podcast. I'm still very sad, Faye, if you're watching this, that you're not posting podcast episodes any longer. Yeah, but she is now starting to post little mini tutorials, and The latest one I watched this morning, how to make a slip knot for your crochet project. And I thought, well, a slip knot is a slip knot. No, it's not. Have a look at her YouTube channel. She's showing you the difference between slip knots and also the right way to do it so that you don't mess up your crochet work. Yes, it's a science. No, but really, these little tips and things will actually make you become an excellent crocheter, and the little details actually do make a difference. And just have a look, she's a pro and she knows what she's doing. What else? Oh yes, I very well enjoyed the last Zoom meeting of a crochet clan, also run and hosted by Faye on Zoom. And she mentioned that the next dates for the Zoom meeting would be the 10th and the 11th of June. Should be a Saturday and a Sunday, so around the 10th. I hope that this will stay like this, and I'm looking forward to seeing you all again there. Trina and all the others. I really enjoy that time. It's really like a family now, and shout out also to Jill and to Ruth and to all the other ladies. Rika, I think you're now safe back in India. Always excited to see your travel adventures. Rika has been in Portugal, and gosh, isn't that beautiful there? The beaches and the tiled buildings, and really I'm enjoying that armchair traveling. You're enabling me. Talking about travel, I've booked a free night getaway, and initially I thought I would go to Amsterdam, and of course I would have visited Mr. West's store, but as it turns out, I'm not going to Amsterdam. I am going to Bruges in Belgium. Yes. I'm not going to tell you the exact dates because I don't want anyone to Google my address and to break into my house and steal my yarn. Don't even bother. No, but I will take lots of footage and I will show you a little travelogue once I will be back. So it's going to be soon, and that's all I'm going to say about it. If you don't know much about Bruges, it's the Venice of Belgium. Lots of waterways, old buildings from medieval times even. Really, really beautiful. If you haven't been there yet, go there. And if you want to have a look, then I can also recommend the movie with Colin Farrell and Brendan Gleeson, In Bruges. Oh, and Ralph Fiennes. I mean, we can't forget Mr. Fiennes. So, yeah. I've been there before, many, many years ago, like 20 years ago or so. So I'm really looking forward to going there again, and I hope that I will be lucky and that there will be a kind of brocante, which is a flea market. I don't know, I will check out. But even if there won't be a brocante, there are still many, many shops. And if you are living in Bruges, or you've been to Bruges and you can recommend a place for wool, please comment down below. Obviously, I have to check out the yarn shops in Bruges. No travel is complete without checking for yarn. Yes. Then, before I forget, Marta, who's Marta Mitchell Designs, she is going to publish her new shawl pattern, and she's selling that with a kit with beautiful yarn and a project bag, etc., etc. And pre-orders are open starting on Friday, I believe, which happens to be also my birthday. I'm turning 50. Would you think so? I think that's fishing for compliments. That's what they call it. No. Anyhow, I'm getting an upgrade to the next decade. Yeah! The next decade of life is looming around the corner, and I hope it will bring me lots of happiness. Yeah, fingers crossed. Life has its ups and downs and upgrades, and I came across a quote recently. It says, you're not having a breakdown, you're having an upgrade. And that's certainly true. Also, that all feelings are only temporary. Like fleeting clouds, let them pass by, and then life is going to pick you up again. And yeah. And if everything else fails, crochet, your happiness will become instant happiness. So yeah, I think that's all my yarn content at the moment. I probably forgot lots. There's been lots happening, crochet alongs and whatnot. So if I find anything else, I can't check my phone right now, you see, because I'm recording on my phone. So if I forgot something, I will just put it down in the in the show notes. That's the name. So I will put it down there. Please go and have a look. And yeah, let's move on to my dollhouse project. To those of you who are already having glazed eyes and are close to sleeping, see you next time. Bye bye. And to those who are all kind of things enthusiasts and are not tired of seeing childish hobbies, then please stay on and I will show you my dollhouse project. The dollhouse project is growing to become a really huge, probably is going to last many years project. It's like building your own house. It is building your own house. So I've started a diary for it, and I've even made this diary myself. I've started my own Instagram account for my dollhouse project. It's called Edwardian Dollhouse. So go and follow me there if you would like to have a constant update on my dollhouse project. So this is my Edwardian Dollhouse diary. It has two sides. If I open it on this way, I'm writing down all my purchases and how much I paid for it, expenses, the date, the item and the seller and the price, so that I don't forget anything. It's already a couple of pages long, and it has, if it's like a whole collection, like this one from Nanne, the Netherlands, I've bought her whole collection of furniture and items, because I think this is like she's giving up her dollhouse, or sadly she has to. Oh, and by the way, I talked to my godchild, Julia. She's now, how old are you, Julia? 16. She's 16. So we were actually making something together for the dollhouse, and I told her that once I give away my spoon, they say that in German, den Löffel abgeben, which means once I passed away, she's going to inherit this dollhouse, so she better helps me doing it. What am I saying? Yes. If I have whole collections coming in, I actually cut out a photo of my invoice. So yeah. And I've made a whole video of that specific unboxing, which have I posted it already? If not, I will post it at the end of this here. And then also my dollhouse, which is Maison Mayfair. You see, you've already seen my thrift bargain for 10 euros. That's far too small. It was a 10 euro Lundby house from the 1960s or 70s without a roof. And I've made it into something which can be used, but I think I will gift it to someone else. For now, I will put it in my cellar, and then I will ask maybe the neighbor's children if they want it. You never know. So I've ordered a big house, Maison Mayfair. I think I told you last time already. And it looks like this. That's the inside. It has lots of rooms and an attic and doors in front, so I can open and close it so that the dust doesn't come in. Yeah, so, and if I open this book on the other side, you see all my little do-it-yourself projects. That's the house again. There is also a basement available, but I haven't bought this because this house is already huge. It's 84 centimeters high. Yeah. So I wrote down here how to furnish, things to consider, which period. I'm going for Edwardian, late Victorian, early Edwardian, 1910 to 12. Which rooms, how many rooms, do I need servant quarters? No, I don't. I didn't buy the basement, but I imagine that they're living in the basement like it was usual. I ever lived on either in the attic rooms or in the basement, and I think they have a lovely basement, just like in Upstairs Downstairs TV series. Wallpapers, floors, dolls and animals. Yeah. So I will have a living room, a dining room, a kitchen, a study/library, a bedroom, a bathroom, a music room, and obviously staircases. If I do it like this, then I actually also need like an entrance hall. So maybe the music room will be crossed out and I will have an entrance room with a big stuffed bear in it, possibly also where the Christmas tree goes. You see, I have plans. And the piano will stand in the attic, which will be like an extended sitting room. And or actually, I talked to you about my portrait gallery. Maybe that's in the entrance hall when you come in. Lots of portraits. I'm going to show you what I've prepared so far. Then there is the Dollhouse Company in the UK, and they've got their catalog online for free as a PDF. And they also talk about different time periods. So I printed that out and I glued it in here. There's the Georgian period, the Victorian period, and the Edwardian period. And yeah, when those were, you see the periods in Britain are named after the reigning king or queen. So Edwardian period was from 1901 to 1914 or 1910, depending what you believe in. My house will be placed around 1910 to 12 or earlier. I mean, my inspiration always changes. At the moment, I'm very much inspired by Great Dixter, which is a house in Northiam in East Sussex in the UK. It was built in 1910 to 12 by architect Edwin Lutyens. The original house, however, is dating from the mid-15th century, so it's a Tudor house. And it's beautiful outside and the gardens are stunning. The best ever gardens, I can tell you. This is an arts and crafts home, and they are also on Instagram and they have a YouTube channel, so go and check them out. It's a beautiful space. The previous owner has passed away, and he always had dachshunds, and there's still a couple of dachshunds there. They are allowed to run around free, and there is a rescue cat. It's a she, and she has her own Instagram account as well, and she is roaming around free there as well. So it's beautiful. You might come across the animals when you're visiting the garden. Beautiful. So I've made a little drawing here with photos from Great Dixter House, interiors. So my inspirations here is arts and crafts, colorful Persian carpets, dark wooden furniture with ornaments, gobelins, tall plants, ferns, palm trees in big pots, embroidery and needlepoint, half tables to wall with colorful vase and candelabras, dachshunds, and a free roaming cat. So I've already got the cat, and I've purchased I don't remember if it's a copper or a tin dachshund, but I can paint on that, so I will have a dachshund. Brown, red, peacock blue, emerald green colors, and obviously William Morris. William Morris is very famous for the arts and crafts movement, and if I show you something, then you will remember You will remember him. Where did I put it? Oh, there. I think one of his most famous designs is the Strawberry Thief. And I've printed this out and I glued it on cardboard. I still have to press it a little so that it stays flat. And this will be a wall decoration, like a gobelin. I will add little fringes on the top and on the bottom. And yeah, so this is William Morris. I've got another one here in a bit of different color for another room, maybe the entrance hall. And this one, which is the Tree of Life. Really beautiful, I think. Also, I've ordered some wallpapers for the dollhouse. William Morris wallpapers from an Etsy seller based in the UK. So I will put that on one of the walls as well, on many walls. I've already added a tiled floor to the kitchen room, and 2 rooms have dark wood. Well, the look is dark wood, it's paper, but the floors are dark wood. So yeah, 3 rooms, the entrance hall, the dining room and the study. Yeah, I'm working on it. Now, what else have I worked on? As I said, I'm going for big plants in big pots. So I've started little do-it-yourself videos, and I was inspired by others. So I've already started making my own pot plant using masking tape, acrylic paint and wire. It's really easy. I taped myself making this, so you can do it yourself as well. I still have to make a pot, but this will come shortly. So this is a little palm or fern tree, I don't know yet. Then, have I shown you last time? I definitely have posted videos of me making these paintings and picture frames. So I've made 2 bigger ones with landscapes. This is cardboard, so I'm using these with corrugated style cardboards, which are coming now to me anyway. These are all the boxes which which are getting repurposed. So I've made this painting. I've got a little Zoe mini Canon printer with which I can print photos this size. It's perfect. And I took a photo here, which is a ship coming to Cape Town in South Africa. You see, I've got a whole backstory for my dollhouse family. They used to live in South Africa, and now they're in London possibly, and they have this house. They're a young couple, they don't have children yet. They have at least one, they have a cook who's also the maid kind of thing. Her name is Flora. I posted her, the little doll, I posted her on my Instagram account already. So this is one of the paintings which they brought with them. It's a very old painting and inherited, I suppose. Also the same style. I've created this painting, which is a typical South African style. Well, in the winelands, like maybe you call it a farmhouse, and they were growing grapes and making their own wine back then. And yeah, that's that. Then I've made portraits. This one here, come on, focus. That's also made with cardboard and gold paint. And then just little portraits like these. They will all come to hang in the entrance hall, and a bit of variation in the shape. So yeah, I've made these. And then I wanted to have a stuffed polar bear or a bear or something in the entrance hall, and possibly some taxidermy in the study. So I went to one of the shops here, and I've bought 2 figures from Schleich. This bear, he's not a polar bear, he's a brown bear, but he will stand in the hallway. Maybe I will make a sign around his chest saying, "Bear hug, anyone?" Yeah. And then I bought, for making, cutting off the head for a bit of a taxidermy display, a little Thompson gazelle, but it would be a pity to cut this, wouldn't it? So I made my own gazelle, or antelope actually, and it's an oryx, and I've made the face and the horns, painted them with Fimo, and then I glued the horns onto the face, and then I made out of cardboard again like a mounting thing. And yeah, it's not perfect, but I think you can recognize that it's a kind of oryx gazelle. So I've made this. And that's everything I've made for the dollhouse, but there's plenty of incoming furniture and things, and I've made an extra video of the unboxing from None of the Netherlands box, and all the other things. I mean, there are so many things. Let me just show you some. There's a turkey, a Christmas turkey, roasted turkey, and there is a Black Forest cake with cherries on top on a plate. There is a pan with breakfast eggs. There is even a pot with coffee. This is all not focusing. And the most amazing cheese board platter, cheese and meat platter with tiny, oh focus, with tiny grapes. I mean, look at that. Amazing. It's amazing. This is from an artist, and I would call this art, from Italy. Let me check my book so that I get this right. She is on Etsy. Wrong side. And she is Moon Bijou. Yes. She's based in Italy. So I will put something down in the show notes. And yeah, I've got other things from her, like a plate with eggs. Come on. Eggs. There you go. And another platter with cheese and meat. And some bread. I still have to get a box because I've bought some peaches. Not a box, a bowl. And yeah, so many things. And these things are piling up on all my dining room table is full of furniture and stuff, and I have to get cracking with my dollhouse so that I can put everything in. Yeah. So that's the update for my dollhouse, and I'm already 53 minutes in. This will be a long one. And I still add, do I add it here? You know what? I will post an extra video of None of the Neverlands unboxing. And I will post this after that one. So if you can't see it yet, I'm still posting it. And I will probably add something dollhouse related at the end of this, and I hope that you are having a great time with your projects, yarny projects, other projects, painting, dollhouse. Let me know down below what you're doing. And please remember, if you've been to Bruges and you know a good yarn shop, please let me know. Or if you've been to Bruges and you want to tell me, don't forget to go there or there and see that and eat there. Lovely restaurant, 5 stars, I don't know. Let me know. So I will see you soon again, I hope. Probably after Bruges. So I will show you all my impressions of Bruges, and I will see you soon. Bye bye. This is my latest purchase. Or not the latest purchase, but the latest parcel to arrive. A lovely arts and crafts, bench. And there's a display case. And this also came from eBay as a used collection. These chairs as well to go with the style of a bench, and a tiny side table. This is from another seller, Ulis Puppenstube. I still have to paint this table. And then there are carpets, which are actually fabric woven. This one is for the study, I think. This one is for the music room. And then I've got, there you see, the bear, the Thompson gazelle, pots and pans, and oh, this is something I've made myself as well. It's a kettle, but I'm not sure if I will be using this. It's a little rough. Books, apple, Tiffany lamp. I've got 2 ovens by now, just because this one was broken and was part of Nanne's collection. But I've repaired some of it, so I might have 2 ovens in the kitchen. The same style of the others. I've got 2 of these by now. A bed, some books. Look at that. Aunt Fanny's cookbook. And some etiquette book. A piano. A dining room table. I've made this little runner, William Morris design. There you go. Yeah, a standing clock. A pot plant. More bookcases and wardrobes. And a dollhouse for the dollhouse. A telescope. A mirror for the bathroom. A candelabra. A single bed, probably for Flora, the housemaid. Bedside tables, stools for the kitchen, a bathtub and cleaning utensils for the bathroom. These are all the tiny things which I've got. You see, there's even coffee in the cups. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful things. Another something for the wall. There are the pots for the kitchen oven, a round table, the newspaper of a Titanic sinking. These are working lamps, a coffee grinder, an armchair, a towel holder. Oh, look, these are 2 ladies, and self-made boxes for the kitchen, more furniture, and lots and lots and lots and lots of things. So yes, thank you for watching, and there will be more soon. Bye!